with it right here with who I started with. We something like a Spartan, it's going hard regardless. I'm from the 826 plus 5. Mo bitches, 8 Uno Central Coast, mob and suicide bombings, arsonists. I step in the booth and cast, I gotta keep it lit. Engineer all my music, I work hard at this.
That's right, and we're back. Live on Chicano Tube, live on Chicano Street. Beautiful, linda raza, si gustan. If you've been liking the dope content that we keep dropping, there's a button right there. It's a thumbs up. It only makes sense. One's a thumbs up, one's a thumbs down. Which one means like? Hit that pinchy like if you like it. But there's a button right next to it. If you see it right there, it's right next to it. That's for the creepers, that's for the stalkers, that's for the lurkers, that's for the haters. It's all good. It's all to the good. Everyone is welcome here. Everyone has a voice. I'm blocking nobody, cabron. Let everyone come on here and have their 2 cents on YouTube Landia. There's a chinga tu madre button right next to the thumbs up. You can go ahead and hit that. And then you can also hit the share button that shares the channel. Every phone that's linked up to your social media has your Facebook on there, your IG, your Snap, your Tik, your whatever all these apps are. You can go ahead and share it and at least let them know that's the conversation you're listening into. I would highly, highly appreciate it. Before we get into the title of this video right here, who got fired the worst on YouTube? Was it Norbe's or Sideshow Bob? Before we get into that, let's keep it professional. Let's go through the formalities. Gracias to all the day oneers. Gracias to everyone inside the members only. If you're new over to the channel and sub, man, just keep tuned in because we're gonna keep dropping dope content like this that we do. Shout out to all the Chicano channels, man. Shout out to all the Chicano pages in California and anywhere, everywhere and anywhere, right? I've had people tap in from New Mexico, Arizona, Texas, right? You know, it seemed like when I came on this thing and I birthed this thing, right? I pioneered this thing. I was the first one pushing it, and then realized, oh shit, you know, the wheels are already in motion. There's a lot of pages that are pushing the brown, and I was like, cool. I guess I just happened to come in and head this up on YouTube because YouTube was lacking in the Chicano genre. Shout out to all the Chicano pages and all the Chicano channels. Yup, we bump heads. We go at each other with fierros. It's all to the good, man. It's nothing new, man. You ever seen two people throw chingazos at the carne asada? Boom, 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 boom. Hey, it's all good. All right, keep pumping that keg. And let me go grab a couple tacos and keep it pushing. The cousin Rudy just got out of pocket, but who cares? It's nothing new, right? All right, anyway, so that was a long-ass intro. Let's go ahead and get into the title of this video, which you tuned in for, right? This was something that popped in my mind, of course, for content creation reasons. And I'm like, damn, who had the worst firing on YouTube, right? Inside this space of, in California, podcasting, right? We've got on the left, on this side right here, okay? We've got Norbe's from the Maniaco Minds podcast. I guess I'm going to say that, right? He's pretty much all the way in, yeah? Está durmiendo en la pinche cama ya con el güey. He's like, it's me and you against the world, right? Norbe's the engineer of the Maniaco Minds, a.k.a. Chester, the Rubber Chicken podcast, a.k.a. the Magician Zandoff, or whatever you want to call him. We've got Norbe's getting fired from Rhodium Radio, or we've got Sideshow Bob, a.k.a. Panocho, a.k.a. the Wolverine Weirdo, okay, over here. Both of them got fired in this podcast space in California, okay? Our little bubble, all space over here, right? Now, Sideshow Bob got fired from the Foo community. Norbe's got fired from Rhodium Radio. Both of them huge platforms, man, huge platforms. I do want to say this before I proceed. It is a damn shame that we can't get it together. It is a damn shame that we couldn't get, like West Coast Graffiti told me, they're never going to unite. Now I know you were telling the truth, cabron. It is a shame that we couldn't unite for the better good, for the better purpose, because we could have did some mega events and some shit that really would have got YouTube popping. But it is what it is. It's nothing new. We squabble up and live to fight another day, and that's just it, right? Anyways, all right, let's analyze both situations, and then I'm going to let you know. I'm trying to keep the video to a minimum because this one could be a 30-minute banger, okay? Because I want to analyze both situations. Let's analyze the Norbe situation, okay? Norbe's was he was on Tony A, Rhodium Radio, right? Show live. He was sipping, feeling cool. They both were sipping, feeling cool, doing what they does, cuz. And the show was over, and then Norby's decided to go live after the show. Sitting in his ranfla, his little whip. Ranfla is a Chicano word. If you guys aren't Chicanos, I know I get a lot of new people on the channel and stuff like that. You're going to hear a lot of Chicano slang. Some people call it calo. I just call it hood talk. I mean, this is what I heard all my life, right? So Ranfla, he's sitting in his car, and he goes on this live, and he's just talking. He's just bailing anything out. He's ranting. He's raving. ¿Quién sabe qué está diciendo pinche Norby's, right? And so Norby's goes on a good one. Well, in that tangent of spill, they end up clipping, okay? And I know the internet will clip you, cabrones. If something comes out of your mouth that shouldn't have been said, or you should have forever held your peace because you said the wrong thing on the internet. They're going to cancel you, you know? Or the true you is going to come out. And now people are going to be able to see your colors for what they really are, right? When the cameras aren't watching, when you don't think people are watching, that's the definition of true character, okay? Not just one way for the internet and one way off. So anyways, he's sitting there, he's ranting, he's raving, and he's talking about the no jumper cast, and he says the word monkeys. He said the word monkeys. They grabbed that clip, it was a firestorm. What happened? Tony A's phone started ringing. His phone started ringing. Why? He's a representation of Rhodium Radio because he's locked in over there. It's just like any other podcast. When you have 2-3 people on your couch, those people, what they do are a representation of your brand, right? Even though on YouTube you could be like, bullshit, whatever. If a dude does a scandalo and it fucking just brings them more numbers, he got it more popping or more numbers, more viewers, you know, the street shit is separate. And so the streets look at things differently than civilians or businessmen look at things, right? Anyways, he says what he says. Tony A's phone is blowing up. I believe they have talked behind the scenes and did something that it blew my mind away. I was like, why does this have to be done in plain public on the internet for everyone and their mama to see? Why? Which was Norby's got fired. They talked behind the scenes and came to some arrangement where, well, I'm going to do it in front of the whole world. I mean, one of the main reasons I can think about this just came to my mind as I'm making this video right now. One of the main reasons could have been, this is the fastest way that I let everybody know what I'm about to do. So instead of calling 10,000 contacts on your phone, do a video on social media or on YouTube. Since Tony A had over 100,000 subscribers, and people were gonna clip it anyways. He knows the clip game. They're gonna watch to see if something's clip worthy. If it's clip worthy, they're gonna grab it. That was the primary reason that I think that he did it. But I could be wrong, right? But anyways, now I'm watching YouTube. I'm looking at it. Norby's is sitting right there. Tony A's sitting right there. Norby's kept it short. He's like, I'm ashamed of what I did. I'll do better. Very short, very short. And it was smart of him to do it that way, because the more you yap, the more likely something, again, else wrong. Not what you said, because that what you said was wrong. Okay, that's what you said was wrong in the first place. Let's just keep that a buck. What you said was wrong. But something else wrong, if you keep blabbing, can be said. So it was good. It was a good idea to keep it short, cabrón. Keep it short. Wait.
Are you looking to purchase your first home? Are you needing to sell and want to get the most amount of money in the least amount of time with the least amount of hassle? What you need is two things. One, a market expert, and two, a shark of a negotiator that's looking out for your best interest. Go ahead and get a hold of me. I service the 831 and the surrounding areas. Mike at MikeDiazRealtor.com. I'll talk to you soon.
Again, well, between me and Norby's, it is what it is. I don't got no ill will towards the dude. I want that dude to get ahead. I want him to succeed. I want him to build a fucking empire. I want him just like I want every brown man to do, is to succeed. The only thing I told Norby's in this since February, since that scandalo came out with that creep getting a little girl pregnant and acting like the streets ain't gonna do nothing. You ain't hit R&R yet, and don't. because YouTube is different from the real reality. I'll tell you that. You know what I mean? And the youngsters know that too. I don't want to get down that road. Okay. So anyways, he gets fired, and Tony A he's sitting across the table from Norbe's, and he tells him, well, from this moment on, you are no longer on the show. You're no longer going to be here. You're gone. You're out the door. And I was like, holy shit, that was the firing right there. Well, that's Norbe's getting fired. You know, a lot of people went in on Tony because of that, because they were saying, damn, what about the backup that he did? What about all of the trolling that Norbe's was doing? Because he was trolling nonstop. He was trolling the hater world nonstop. And I believe it's because the hater world was, you know, he came up with the name for Tony, calling him Tony Tranzas. It's crazy, man. That one's fucking crazy, right? We could Chicano rap documentary. You can go a couple videos back and watch that video right there. Man, the novela's good, cabrones. This is Triple OG named this novela Cholos No Lloren, because all these dudes are tough guys with Dickies and Benz, but they come on the internet and they're crying. You know what I mean? That's a trip. Anyways. Then he got fired, and yeah, he was going in all the time. He was calling over there. He was trying to broadcast live while the hater was going on, and you know, some people call it karma. I myself particularly don't believe in karma, right? I believe in Jesus, and so I believe in reap what you sow, because karma, I don't know what karma is. It's like some kind of cloud floating through the air, or is this some shit that, you know, China made up, you know, to put inside of a Chinese fortune cookie? I don't know what karma is, but I do believe you reap what you sow, because the Bible says you will get it in this lifetime back. Whatever you do, you will get it in this lifetime. I don't want to go too deep on the Bible for you guys. Anyways, that's Norbe's getting fired. I thought that was gacho, but it was on blast in front of everyone. Now, we got another situation over here. We have Sideshow Bob. The creep, the weirdo Sideshow Bob, who has his hands dirty. I mean, real dirt on his hands. There's receipts. My brother Rascal pointed all that out to light. He had conversations with people in those organizations that Sideshow Bob was supposedly supposed to be helping and serving the community, but instead he ended up abusing young ladies. Again, the receipts are out there. They're on Instagram and they're on YouTube. I'm not giving you guys no breaking news, right? But go back and watch the video on Sideshow Bob. Si gustan. This guy gets brought down to Southern California by Top Foo, and then he brings in LA Icon, and hence the birth of the Foo Community YouTube podcast is born, right? Okay, but anyways, I have noticed inside Sideshow Bob's character, which it's a beta. He's a beta male, right? Again, you could be a beta. Beta has nothing to do with stature, size, muscle, tough, appearance, nothing like that, right? It has nothing to do with that. Beta has to do with all personalities, not appearance, it's personality, right? Run your mouth real quick. You would have been the first one that would have been sent on a mission. And when the DA referral would have came in, I guarantee you would have hit your fucking knees and cried like a little biatch. But anyways, he started getting real mouthy with people. I could imagine him, right? He's getting out. Oh, I'm not getting shared. I'm not getting exposed. They're not putting clips out me. Top Foo has already put this information out. It's already out there. The behind all of that, man. That's why the Foo community, the All Facts podcast started kicking off, man. It just started going one thing after another after another. I mean, that's crazy, right? Real quick. You know, again, the Foo community, All Facts, kicked off on controversy. It's on controversy, but that's what people love on the internet. Keep it 1,000, cabrones. That's why I watch novelas. I never seen anyone get banged on. I want to say this real quick before I lose this thought. I never seen anyone get banged on like Prime got banged on by Negra from Indicted TV. I just got to say that, cabrones. I just never seen anyone get banged like that. Just for shits and giggles on the internet. But remember that Negra, you know, again, the first episode of All Facts was going in on Icon, right? Spilling the tea. The whole fucking soltó la sopa, right? Top Food, right? Y ya pa' qué? He's like, ya pa' qué? These cabrones want to start talking shit and all this other stuff. And I feel him. He came from that angle. But Negra said, she looked at the camera. She said, how dare you? Don't forget. You're a little resident walking pedestrian ass boo. Oh, the internet's undefeated, man. Anyways, okay. So, long story short, Top Foo calls him up and says, you know what, man, you're getting out of pocket. You're doing this and that. You know what? It's a wrap. You're done. And he took it on the chin. He was like, okay, I'm done, whatever. Almost like as if he was maybe trying to sabotage it himself. Maybe that weirdo Sideshow Bob did sabotage it. Maybe he was getting pressed over there. You know what I mean? In Southern California because of his ways, his antics, his running his mouth, you know, all being loud, wanting to be a tough guy. Okay, that's all that beta male stuff. On top of that is the JCast stuff, right? You know what I mean? Wearing wrestling masks and wearing masks, and it goes even deeper than that. Then there's weirdo stuff that's already been proven and it's on the internet. This guy, butt ass naked, flicks on the internet, skin flicks. And I guess he thinks that's okay, and he still can kick it with his homies. I don't know what kind of homies those are. But anyways, so we got two different situations. Let's go ahead and the video's already long enough, all right? Which one was the worstest? One, Norbe's. Two, Sideshow Bob, the creep, aka Wolverine the weirdo. Comment below. Let me give you my opinion. Here we go. We're gonna end it like this. Drum roll, please. In my opinion, the worstest firing that ever happened on YouTube Landia in the Chicano space in California was that goes to Norbe's. Absolutely to Norbe's. I'll tell you why. Well, first of all, Sideshow Bob, he didn't get fired live, in front, indirect, in front of all people, thousands of people, or, you know, Tony A has hundreds of thousands, 100,000 followers, etc. He didn't get fired like that. You know what I mean? Like, hey, here's your papers, live TV, vete bonito. I mean, to me, that's like a publicity stunt almost. That's gacho, man. It's almost like a publicity stunt. Like, why would you fire the dude on? I'll be honest with you. Back then when it did happen, I didn't agree with it. But it was what it was. It's forever on Norbe's resume. It's forever on Norbe's jacket. Just like getting knocked out by American Cholo is on there. And man, that's not even the worst thing. Just like being an engineer for a maniaco. It's always going to be there. I think one, but you guys can comment below. Which one was the worst firing? Number one, Norbe's, or number two, Sideshow Bob? That's it. To the next episode, gente. I'm out. Don't forget to move in excellence. Next episode, I'll see you on the next one.